chemical leak has been detected. Please evacuate the building immediately.
Look out!
We have to kill them all! Who's there?
Please evacuate the building.
Do it again! Again!
Got it. Hey.
Repeat. A chemical leak has been detected. Please evacuate the building immediately.
Everywhere! Where'd you go?
A security lockdown is now in. Repeat. A chemical leak has been detected now. Please evacuate the building immediately. Remain in your test chambers and await further instructions from your lab.
Voices.
Got it.
Repeat. A chemical leak has been detected. Please evacuate the building immediately. Security lockdown ended. In an orderly fashion.
I guess you could call that trying.
That's it.
A chemical leak has been detected. Please evacuate the building.
Knock you down!
Repeat, a chemical leak has been detected. Please evacuate the building immediately. Evacuate the building.
Welcome to the Hallucigen Labs observation area. Please step up to the windows for
Nice.
a demonstration of our products in development. Hallucigen's Eradicator provides your forces with a state-of-the-art field decontamination solution.
Evacuate the building immediately.
Small amounts of residual radiation may persist in the affected area. Dosage subject to change pending safety evaluations. InvisiWave from Hallucigen is a new advance in the field of stealth technology, capable of doing away with cumbersome personal generators forever. Some subjects may become inaudible and/or intangible. Effects may be permanent. Further research is ongoing. Criminal scum? Don't get a gun. Try Hallucigen Suppressor, a safe, reliable, and effective way to paralyze even armored targets. Side effects may include the partial and/or complete paralysis of the user, bystanders, small animals, and/or large animals. Discretion is advised. Hallucigen gas. Reliable crowd control since 2055. Hallucigen gas can stop a riot faster than any other product on the market, and without the messy side effects of our competitors' offerings. Use with caution. Unpredictable sensory experiences may result. Subjects exposed to high dosages may suffer catastrophic adrenal failure. Hallucigen's dispersant is ideal for peacefully clearing an area of civilians. Hallucigen is not responsible for any damage, injury, or loss of life sustained in mass panics that may or may not result from the use of dispersant.
Please evacuate the building immediately.
Do it again! Again!
I do this. Found you. Come out here so we can gut ya.
Get out of my head! Get out! Get out! Bugs! Bugs, 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 bugs! You aren't real! You
Repeat,
aren't
a
real!
chemical leak has been detected. Please evacuate the building immediately.
They're everywhere!
Yes.
Your time!
Bugs, bugs!
Next one!
Who's there? It's under my skin! Ah, get it out! Get it! Get out!
A chemical leak has been detected.
That's
Please
it.
evacuate the building.
Hell did they go?
Yes.
Repeat, a chemical leak has been detected. Please evacuate the building immediately.
Nice.
One more.
Repeat, a chemical leak has been detected. Please evacuate the building immediately.
Bingo.
Home sweet home. I heard you off that freedom train.
You're back! How was hallucinogen? Find me something good.
Found this gas canister. Seems potent.
Awesome. We'll have to be careful with it, break down the compounds and all that, but that's my worry. For your part, only thing left is to get paid. Here you go, as promised. Hey, before you head out, you need to pick me up, buff out, mentats?
I've got a few minutes to...
Everything's been tested personally.
Blah, blah.
Hell yeah.
His best friend tends to be a problem. No one else usually talks to us. No problem I've had myself. Something's coming. Lone graves.
Sweet.
Heard Bunker Hill pays off the raiders instead of just shooting them. Where's the sport in that? Someone put in a whole lot of effort to keep out the riffraff.
Well, hello.
Here we are.
Mom runs the surgery, so you better be nice to me.
Hi, how are you?
I found your grandpa. Not much left except his hat.
Grandpa Savoldi. Damn. People on the hill don't think kindly about the Minutemen. Say they didn't help when we needed them. My grandpa was a hero. And I won't hear anything different.
What's people's problem with the Minutemen?
A long time ago, Bunker Hill was wiped out by raiders. Back then, the Minutemen were on their last legs. The few Minutemen left ignored the call, rather than die here in vain.
He died fighting for the Commonwealth. He's a hero in anyone's book.
Wish more people looked at it that way. Here's the reward. You earned it.
See him anywhere?
Almost ready to do another circuit. Only lost 2 men on the last one.
I cleared the training yard of Farrell's.
Finally, someone that can get things done. Here's your pay. You know, Kessler's been looking for someone competent. If you're looking for more work, talk with her. Since Jack Booten threw the Green Jewel, the Prydwen went Nova, only thing that'll keep you safe is what I'm selling.
Let me know what I can carry. Nightmares. Hey, I got some. It.
Sweet.
dead?
Someone there?
You gotta reload sometime, asshole.
They're gonna carry you out of here.
Come on. Let's do this.
I'll try to make myself useful. No one wants to see a
Sturgis.
grown man feeling sorry for himself.
You willing to do some work?
I'd be glad to help.
Okay. Good deal. Just make sure we can sleep with a roof over our heads. Some of these old houses still look solid enough to do the trick. There's a workbench over there you can use. Give me a holler if you need anything.
Hello.
Just scrap in here.
Hey. I'd kill for a drink. Come to think of it, I have.
This is an emergency broadcast. Our caravan's under attack by hostile robots and needs some serious help. We're just east of Watts Consumer Electronics. If anyone in the vicinity can come help, now's the time. Ada, loop this message.
Yes, sir.
This is an emergency broadcast. Our caravan's under attack by hostile robots and needs some serious help. We're just east of Watts Consumer Electronics.
friends. You are leaving? My friends did not survive the attack. Thank you for assisting. I was certain to meet my end here as well.
Are you okay?
Physically, the damage is minor, but I am registering sadness and anger at the loss of my friends. It may sound strange coming from a robot, but they were my family. Again, I thank you for your efforts. I know they would have thanked you as well.
What kind of robot are you?
I am heavily modified, but at my core, I am an Assaultron. My name is Ada. This was the third time we'd been attacked by robots like these. Even with the weapon and detection upgrades Jackson gave me, I was unable to defend them.
Who's Jackson?
Jackson was the leader of this caravan. He had a great mind for technology. In many ways, he is my creator. He installed all my current upgrades. Unfortunately, they were not enough to protect them from the robots.
You're upgraded?
Yes, modified using a robot workbench based on prototype schematics. The workbench allows for a wide range of robot modifications. Perhaps if I had more Sentry bot-based defenses, I could have successfully defended my friends against those robots.
Tell me about these robots.
They roam the Commonwealth and claim to be restoring order. We've seen them fighting raiders, but they've also attacked innocents, settlers, merchants, and caravans like ours. We knew we ran the risk of encountering more of these hostile robots if we stayed in the Commonwealth. If only we had made the decision to leave.
So why did you end up staying?
Our caravan specialized in mechanical repairs and trade. The Commonwealth has an abundance of salvage that would benefit our business. It was a calculated risk.
You couldn't have known something like this would happen.
The probability of attack was high. I should have forced our departure. In recompense, I will seek justice for my friends and stop these robots from causing further harm. It's time to uncover the source and confront their leader, the Mechanist.
Who's the Mechanist?
The only information I have comes from the iBot broadcasts. The false claims of peace and justice. The only certainty is that these robots bring only death. You have shown willingness to aid others. I ask that you please assist me in stopping this Mechanist. In return, I can give you the schematics to build your own robot workbench, so you have additional resources in this undertaking.
You want revenge, don't you?
I admit my goal is twofold. Stopping the Mechanist both protects the Commonwealth and allows me to avenge my fallen friends. I won't rest until I see this threat dissolved. I owe it to them. Now, we last saw a group of the Mechanist robots at the General Atomics factory. You may find information there that will lead us to the Mechanist. I will follow and assist with your permission.
Are you sure you're up for it?
Yes. I will not rest until the Mechanist is stopped.
Yeah. Let's go, Ada.
General Atomics has valuable salvage. Chances are high the robots are still there.
Hey.
Yes. Looking to lighten your load? Find anything useful? I've never lost anyone before.
Now here's Roy Brown singing Mighty, Mighty Man.
This failure is new to me.
was that? I'll find you.
You see them there?
Lucky head.
My apologies. I've lost them. If they're out there, we'll find them. Probably that's the last of them.
Oh, man, come back!
This will be
having fun!
administered swiftly and fairly.
Out of my arm!
I can pay for that! You having fun? Huh? I can do this all day! Motherfucker!
People of the Commonwealth. For years now, you have suspected that the Institute still exists, that we are among you. It's true, but it's not the whole truth. We are here, and we are here to help. Our superior technology represents the future of the Commonwealth. Today, we activate our nuclear reactor, ensuring that we will persevere long after the world above ground ceases to exist. Ensuring that mankind has a future. We have no desire to interfere in the unimportant details of your personal freedoms. We simply insist that you do not interfere with Institute operations. To do so would result in unnecessary difficulties for all parties. Rest easy. Know that the future is looking bright. And that mankind will thrive under our guidance.
until the Commonwealth is saved. And bring about the... dawn of a new age. Attention, people of the colony. I, the Mechanist, have come to bring about an age of peace. Do not be alarmed. Or conceptions until the Commonwealth
I'm sure you've all seen about the latest issue of Public Occurrences. Some bold claims by our intrepid reporter. Since possibly living among us, undetected. Very serious implications. Wouldn't you agree? The mayor's office has, of course, issued a statement denying the validity of the article, saying all is well in Diamond City. The mayor himself insists that the fears raised in the article are unfounded. Good to know, I think. But between you and me, listeners, I'm gonna get safe side. Well, never a dull moment here at Diamond City Radio. The ink spot's back. This time with
Impressive.
all over the
Couldn't have done it better myself. Did you really let me have this one?
Hey,
What can I do for you? Did you retrieve something from that robot?
have you seen a robot with a brain like that before?
No, but my old caravan discovered records about them while we were scavenging military facilities. According to my databanks, it's called the RoboBrain. It was considered one of the most technologically superior robots ever constructed, but the model never reached full production status.
Yeah, it had this interesting tech.
Intriguing. Let's examine it. Impressive technology. If my analysis is correct, this is a specialized radar beacon. I suspect it's how the Mechanist was keeping track of the RoboBrain you destroyed. As the next logical step, I need you to install this beacon within me so we can use it to our advantage.
Are you sure?
While there's only a 78.3% chance that I'm correct, I'd like to point out that it's the only lead we have.
Sounds like a solid plan.
I'm glad you agree. You'll need to use a robot workbench to ensure proper installation, and my presence will be required. To maintain peak efficiency, I strongly recommend that we remain together until the radar beacon is successfully installed.
Hey.
How may I be of service? Are you ready to install the radar beacon?
Does it have to be you? I could install it on a different robot.
My memory contains more relevant knowledge than any new robot you attempt to create. I appreciate your concern, but I can assure you I won't suffer any harm from the installation. So, are you ready?
Time to operate.
Just be certain you don't disconnect anything essential while you're rummaging through my circuitry. Once I'm in the robot workbench, just install the radar beacon and I'll do the rest.
Heads up.
Yes, ma'am?
Ada.
A moment. The modification was successful. New hardware has been detected and installation complete. Analyzing Mechanist hardware. The radar beacon is receiving a strong encrypted signal, but I can't determine the source.
Do you think the Mechanist knows we're tampering with the beacon?
I've already added failsafes to ensure my location is secure and prevent any unintended commands the signal may issue. Unfortunately, one of that will help us determine the signal's source.
It's a good start, at least.
Absolutely. With some additional assistance, I should be able to decrypt the signal and locate the Mechanist. Fortunately, I'm detecting another robo-brain in the Commonwealth that's receiving the same signal.
And this is important because...
I will explain. The encryption on the source signal is complex, but not beyond solving. If you can bring me 2 additional beacons, they should provide the keys and algorithms that I need to enhance my decryption routines.
Are you sure this'll work?
I've calculated a 96.9% chance of success. Given your capabilities, I believe the odds to be in our favor.
All right. Let's do it.
I'm uploading the location of the Robo-Brain to your Pip-Boy now. Just be careful. These robots tend to travel in groups, so you're likely to encounter heavy resistance.
Another great one from Betty Hutton. You folks out there listening to Diamond's radio always enjoy the radio plays, right? The ones about the dreaded Silver Shroud. We've had them in rotation for a while now, and they're a fun little adventure. Only now it seems that's right. The Commonwealth now has its very own superhero in the form of the Silver Shroud. Or at least someone dressing up like him.
This should prove interesting. I wonder what you'll build next.
Not that constant. Your guess is as good as mine. Probably better, in fact. So I guess if you're out there and thinking about breaking the law, you might want to consider steering clear of Goodneighbor. Or else the Shroud might come after you. Up next is another favorite from Ella Fitzgerald, brought to you by the one, the only, Travis Lonely Miles.
We may have an enemy here. Over here.
What the? Let's do this!
Heads up. Here you go, Ada. One slightly dented, but still functional radar beacon.
This will do nicely. And, with any luck, it'll help us trace the Mechanist's signal.
Remind me how this beacon will get us closer to tracing the Mechanist's signal?
Each RoboBrain's radar beacon has unique encryption so that it can't be traced back to the source. However, acquiring 2 additional beacons should provide me with enough data to break the code. So if my theory is correct, this beacon will help us trace the Mechanist's signal.
Don't worry. I'm sure it'll do the trick.
Let's take them out! Your destruction is at hand. Leaving so soon? Was it something I said?
Look alive. Look alive.
Well, with any luck, the beacon you gave me will help us trace the Mechanist's signal. I'm going to begin my decryption routine, but it could take a while. In the meantime, I've picked up another RoboBrain beacon signal. It should be the last one you'll need to collect.
So where exactly is the last RoboBrain located?
Yes, that would be helpful, wouldn't it? If my calculations are correct, the signal is coming from... Oh, this isn't good. Location confirmed. The RoboBrain is at Fort Hagen Satellite Array, which means it's in the hands of the Rust Devils.
Who, or what, are the Rust Devils?
Allow me to explain. My old caravan encountered them once while crossing the river into the city. The Rust Devils are a group of ruthless raiders who utilize robots for their nefarious practices. They scour the Commonwealth looking for my kind. What they can't capture and reprogram, they strip for spare parts. I realize they pose a greater threat to me than you. I just want you to be well informed. That being said, despite what lies ahead, I can easily continue to decrypt the signal as we proceed. So shall we be on our way?
likely the Commonwealth's biggest story ever. Multiple sources confirm that the Brotherhood of Steel has fallen. I repeat, the Brotherhood of Steel. Boston Airport is in ruins after the Brotherhood airship crashed directly into it. There are some reports of survivors, but it seems to have been a very funny fight. While they have not officially taken credit, all evidence points to the Institute being responsible for this event. That the Institute is unopposed. Let's hope that power doesn't go to their heads. Until we have reason to do otherwise, I suggest we all carry on with our lives. And let's enjoy some music while we do that. Kick back and enjoy one from the 5 stars. This is Atom Bomb Baby.
What did the Rust Devils do to you?
They felt that by keeping my head online would prove useful to them. Fortunately for me, they're stupid enough to actually believe anything I say. Admittedly, it hasn't gotten me very far, but it has saved me from the same fate as my rather unfortunate comrades you see in pieces around you. Now, back to my original question. What
Hunting
are you
down a
doing
radar
here?
beacon.
A radar beacon? How very interesting. That's a very specific part to be searching for, and you don't look like the typical part scavenger type to me. I calculate a 98.8% chance that you're looking for the Mechanist. If I'm correct, and I usually am, then perhaps we can help each other with our respective predicaments.
How could I possibly help you?
Willing to listen? How surprising. I'll take that as a gesture of good faith as I describe our potential bargain. Now, how can I put this as simple as possible so someone at your processing speed can understand? In order to find the Mechanist, you're going to need more than just my radar beacon. You're going to need access to the facility. I'm willing to provide said access, but you'll have to fulfill two simple conditions. One, you need to get me as far away as you can from these lunatics. And two, find me a new body. Once both conditions are satisfied, I'll gladly provide you with everything you need. Do we have a deal?
How do I know you'll keep up your end of the bargain?
Even though there's a human brain floating in a biogel inside my head, I'm still bound by my original programming. It pains me to admit it, but one of my directives states that I cannot lie. Ever. So, while I'm not the most charming robot you've ever encountered, the last thing I'm going to do is violate an agreement we made. Now that we have that out of the way,
Deal.
do we have a deal? Decision. Once we're at our destination, I'll happily relinquish my radar beacon as a gesture of good faith. Now, I strongly suggest you stop loitering in the middle of a hostile location and get us both out of here at once. Destroyed Ahab. Well, come on. Let's not wait around for more horrifying monstrosities.
Last number? As I'm sure you know all too well, I haven't always been the best at this job. Let's face it, I've been pretty terrible. Thanks to the efforts of a few of my friends, I've decided to change how I look at things, how I live my life. I'd like to just take this out with you.
Robot allies only seek to save lives. This scourge cares nothing for the progress we have made, but we will...
All right, folks. That's enough sentiment from me for one day. Let's get it on back to the music, shall we? Now let's hear from Bob Crosby with Happy Times. This is a favorite of yours,
Destroys my robot allies only seek to save lives.
Life?
This scourge cares nothing for the progress we have made, but we will find her and bring her to justice. People of the Commonwealth, it is I, the Mechanist. I come to warn you of a new scourge who stalks the innocent and destroys my robot allies, only seeks to save lives. This scourge cares nothing for the progress.
All right, Brainbox. Ivy wants me to find out what makes you tick. So let's get started.
There's no need for that. I'm certain we can discuss this rather unfortunate situation before it gets completely out of hand. Now, what exactly did this Ivy tell you to do? Watch the tripwires. I'd rather keep myself intact today, thank you.
And find out how your brain is connected to your circuits.
After all, there isn't much else I can do now that you've removed my head from its chassis. How about we forge some sort of an accord, just between the two of us?
What the hell is an accord? You talking about wires or something?
Right. I need to phrase this so even a dullard like you would understand. Let me put it this way. You need information that's going to make your boss happy. I want to keep my brain in one piece. Maybe we can cut a deal.
Fine. I'm listening.
I'll tell you everything I know about my own construction. All the bits that Ivy wants to hear. And I promise you, she won't be disappointed. In return, you keep those tools away from me and put me back onto my body. You get what you want, and I don't get dissected like some kind of a laboratory experiment. Do we have a deal?
Well, that would save me a lot of time. And Ivy doesn't like waiting. Tell you what, you start talking, and I'll stop drilling. After I tell Ivy everything, we'll see how happy she really gets. But I think I'm gonna leave your head in that machine for now, just in case you decide to get any smart ideas. How's that for a deal?
I suppose it will have to suffice. I mean, yeah, it's a deal.
Got it.
components? I have some to spare.
You really are taking the path of most resistance here, aren't you?
Law-abiding citizens will not be harmed.
Picking up something. Nothing. Perhaps we may have an enemy nearby.
We have a situation. This fight is already over, human. Engaging at minimal distance. Analyzing hostile. Calculating kill probability.
My self-diagnostic looks green. Ready to get back to me.
Take cover until the creature has been eliminated.
Engaging hostile target.
That's it.
Do not be alarmed. Law and order will be restored shortly.
That was Roy Brown with Butcher Pete.
Your cooperation is requested.
Based on my limited experience with you, I estimate a 65% chance of making it out of here. Not optimal. An increase in effort could have an impact on the odds.
I haven't always been the
This
best.
is the one that ripped my head off. I demand we rip her head off. It's only fair.
I've decided to change how I look at things, how I live my life. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank Vault Dweller for lending me a hand. I really do appreciate it. All right.
Running close quarters subroutine.
Fugitives have evaded pursuit. Law enforcement authority.
Billie Holiday's clothes. That makes it easy living for her.
Authorities now have primary responsibility
I've lost sight of my target.
apprehension.
just getting started. Disappearing act, huh?
When you turn up, you're dead. How much you got left?
Had I a body, I would have killed her myself. Oh well. 6 of one, half dozen of the other. Good job, human.
Violence protocols engaged.
Hey.
I'd be happy. Any idea where they went?
Having fun? Huh? I can do this all day.
People of the Commonwealth. For years now, you have suspected that the Institute still exists, that we are among you. It's true, but it's not the whole truth. We are here, and we are here to help. Our superior technology represents the future of the Commonwealth. Today, we activate our nuclear reactor, ensuring that we will persevere long after the world above ground ceases to exist.
Thank goodness we are out of that hole. Don't think your job is done. I refuse to cooperate until you provide a body that meets my standards.
We have no desire to interfere in the unimportant details of your personal freedoms. We simply insist
what can I do for you?
Interfere with Institute operations. Here you go, Ada. The final radar beacon. I'll need that head back when you're done.
Of course. Shouldn't take but a moment.
For all parties.
There you go. Still in one piece. I'm not sure why you want the head back. All we needed was its radar beacon. Besides, robo-brains are notorious for being, well, a real pain in the neck.
What else do you know about the Meta?
Quite simply, it's the first time General Atomics produced a successful union between organic matter and robotics. The brain is used both as a control unit and a data storage unit, which is far more efficient than using standard circuits. Unfortunately, There were a lot of programming issues with these robots, which caused them to be a bit, shall we say, unhinged. Hopefully, this particular robo-brain will have some of the answers that we've been seeking.
A union of organic matter and robotics? Sounds an awful lot like a synth.
Not at all. The robo-brain was built with a very different design philosophy in mind. General Atomic's intent was to use the human brain to augment the robot's functions, primarily to accelerate the decision-making process. Free thought and individuality was never intended. These were expressly built like soldiers, to follow orders without question. The robo-brain's unfortunate tendency towards violence and aggression should be considered more of a malfunction than a calculated decision.
We still need it, Ada. I believe it can help us access the Mechanist's facility.
Of course. It makes perfect sense that the Mechanist would not only keep its location a closely guarded secret, but would secure it against intrusion as well. I'm terribly sorry. I hadn't considered that possibility at all. I'm afraid when it comes to assisting humans, I'm not doing very well lately.
I don't understand.
Let me explain. Ever since I let my friends die in that caravan, I feel like I've been failing in my duties. I chose the route we took the day we were attacked. Perhaps if I had selected an alternate route, they'd still be alive. Sometimes I wish that Jackson had programmed me with my personality mode set permanently to disabled.
Your personality defines you as an individual. Never let that go.
You're right. All of the good memories I've experienced being Ada would be lost if my personality mode was shut down. I can't afford to lose them. I really think I needed to hear that from someone else. Thank you. Now I've distracted you for long enough. I'll finish up my calculations while you deal with our new friend, Jezebel. Hopefully, she'll be able to grant us access to the Mechanist's facility and we can put an end to this nonsense once and for all.
Betty Hutton there with It's a Man. Good news is something often in short supply in the Commonwealth, folks. So I'm happy to be able to deliver a little bit to you. If you were one of the folks worrying in hushed tones about the whereabouts of Diamond City's most effective detective, you can rest easy. Nick Valentine is back in town and seemingly none the worse for wear. While the tales about what happened to him are scarce, I for one am just glad he's back. One piece. And if there's any more...
Rather unusual, wouldn't you say?
First here on the Diamond City Radio. Here's Ella Fitzgerald with another classic, Undecided, which is something I used to be quite often. Then I made up my mind. Decided to be cool.
If anything's waiting for us around here, I certainly can't hear it.
Mom runs the surgery, so
Excuse
you better
me.
be nice to me.
Huh. Haven't seen you before. If you need a doctor, let's get you examined. So you're a doctor? Veterinarian, actually. And don't give me that look. Bones get set the same way whether you got 2 or 4 of them. So let's talk about you and what kind of help you need. You're a veterinarian. I'm an old caravan girl, okay? You learn to take care of the animals, or you don't have a caravan for very long. Then you get ambushed, a couple of friends and family start bleeding out on the floor, and you learn how to patch a few wounds. You learn triage, too. Satisfied? Now let's talk about what you need patched up.
What's new, Doc?
I got nothing, sorry. Just trying to practice medicine.
Any news out there, Doctor?
Nothing that would interest you. Now let's talk about you and your health.
Any news out there, Doctor?
Nothing that would interest you. Now let's talk
Hi.
World's a-changin', but my deals aren't.
What have you got to trade today?
Huh?
What have you got to trade today?
That was Big Maybell, with a whole lot of shaking going on. And when you're as big as Maybell is, there is a whole lot of shaking going on.
Find anything useful?
Now, folks, I'm sure you've all seen or heard about the latest issue of Public Occurrences. Some bold claims by
Don't
our
eye the
intrepid
Brahmin if
reporter.
you got
Since possibly living among us, undetected. Very
any
serious
sense.
implications. Wouldn't you agree? The mayor's office has, of course, issued a statement denying the validity of the article, saying all is well in Diamond City. The mayor himself insists that the fears raised in the article are unfounded. Good to know, I guess. But between you and me, listeners, I'm gonna keep my eyes open just to be on the safe side. Well, never a dull moment here at Diamond City Radio. The mayor's office has, of course, issued a statement denying the validity of the article, saying all is well in Diamond City. The mayor himself insists that the fears raised in the article are unfounded. Good to know, I guess. But between you and me, listeners, I'm gonna keep my eyes open just to be on the safe side. Well, never a dull moment here at Diamond City Radio. Travis Lonely Miles here, bringing you Warren Smith with Uranium Rock. enjoyed that last number. If you haven't heard, folks, we're reporting now on what is very likely the Commonwealth's biggest story ever. Multiple sources confirm that the Brotherhood of Steel has fallen. I repeat, the Brotherhood of Steel has been defeated. Boston Airport is in ruins after the Brotherhood airship crashed directly into it. There are some reports of survivors, but it seems to have been a very bloody battle. While they have not officially taken credit, all institutes responsible. With the Brotherhood gone, it was now clear that the Institute is unopposed. Let's hope that power doesn't go to their heads. Until we have reason to do otherwise, I suggest we all just carry on with our lives. And let's enjoy some music while we do that. Now it's 60-Minute Man by Billy Ward and the Dominoes. Right here on Diamond City Radio.
What? Who's there? Let's play, little human!
Damn it! Come in! I know you're listening on the other end. Where is she? Where is my daughter?
Kenji, please. You've been out...
What? Who are you? I'm sorry, but we don't have time for visitors or caravans or wherever you're from.
You were shouting about a missing daughter? What happened?
A good Samaritan? Fine. I'm out of options anyway, if you want to hear about it. My daughter is missing. It all started with this damn radio.
Our daughter Kasumi likes to fix things. The radio was her latest project.
Until she made contact with some kidnapper who lured her away from us.
Or maybe she left on her own. She's not a child anymore. Our daughter is 19. She knows how to survive, and she's capable. I think maybe she left because she wanted her own life.
No. She would have told us where she was going. She would have said something. I know my daughter is in danger. I can feel it. Find her, please.
Let's talk money. Investigations for the missing aren't cheap.
Of course. How does 350 caps sound?
If she went far, that means travel expenses.
We could make it 400.
Don't hold out on me. You want to find your daughter, right?
500 caps. That's all we have.
Do you have any idea where she could have gone?
We know she took one of the boats, but that's all. She could be anywhere.
I'll find her. Don't you worry.
Thank you. Her room is upstairs if that helps. And if you had any more questions about her, just ask.
Mr. Nakano.
Did you have questions? About my daughter?
Why did your daughter really leave? Your wife said she left on her own, but you said it was kidnappers?
I know it was kidnappers. Kasumi is a smart girl, but she doesn't know how horrible people can be. Not like me and Rei. Why would she just leave her family with no explanation? Someone tricked her, got her to leave the safety of home. Every minute we aren't looking for my daughter, her life is in jeopardy.
Anything more you could tell me about Kasumi? The smallest detail could be important.
I don't know what more to say. She's my little girl, and she doesn't know how dangerous this world is. I never should have let her grandfather teach her how to fix these machines.
Her grandfather? He taught her how to fix the radio?
Ever since she was old enough to walk, yes. Her grandfather had an ear for machines. Kasumi picked up the knack. He passed away recently. He used to scavenge the ruins in the south for parts. I kept telling him he was getting too old.
Tell me more about this radio she was fixing.
I've tried to get that damn thing to work over and over again, but there's nothing. I thought she just wanted to strip it for parts or build a toaster out of it, or something, like she usually does. Someone made contact with her, and then they took her. God, what kind of twisted psychopath has my daughter?
No more questions right now.
Work quickly, Detective.
Mrs. Nakano.
I suppose you have questions about my daughter.
You and your husband don't seem to agree about why your daughter left.
We both want to find her. The world out there isn't a place where you want to be alone. But Kenji still sees her swaddled in diapers. He doesn't see a young woman with her own decisions to make. Maybe because it's more frightening. She wasn't tricked into leaving without telling us. That was her choice. She didn't want us to follow. Why?
Tell me about this radio your daughter was working on.
I remember Kasumi was very excited about it. I figured she was secretly trying to make contact with Diamond City or another settlement. We're pretty isolated out here. She only has us for company, and Kenji can be overprotective.
I'd like to know more about Kasumi. Might shine a light on where she's gone.
My daughter is strong, focused, careful. That's how I know she's still alive. But why would she leave without telling us? Maybe we... No, never mind. I don't want to waste your time.
Every detail is important, Mrs. Nakano. Don't hold back.
It's just that we've been fighting a lot more. All of us. Ever since Kasumi's grandfather passed away. He was the only one that could really talk to her. Kenji and I don't understand machines, but those two could work together for hours. She started staying in her grandfather's boathouse late into the night. I thought she was just trying to cope with the loss, but now I wonder what she was up to.
Nothing else right now.
Hopefully the reward will be worth all that effort.
Project log? Myself. I never really thought about who or what I am, but... God. Where do I start? The radio. I was right about the range. I managed to get a signal, a strong signal, from up north. There's a group of people up there. They say they're all synthetic people, made by the Institute. They're trying to build a place for their kind, where they can be themselves and be accepted for what they are alongside human beings. It sounds wonderful, but then they started asking about me, and some questions came up. Questions I don't have answers to. I mean, I've always felt off, like I'm not really supposed to be here, but then there are things in my childhood I can't remember, and...
Let's take a look at what you've got.
I've been having strange dreams.
Excuse me, Mr. Nakano.
Have you finished your investigation? Did you find anything?
I need to ask you an important question. Are you sure your daughter's... human?
What kind of question is that? Why are you asking?
Your daughter made contact with a group of synths. She thinks she's one of them.
What? That's crazy.
She's not a synth. She's our daughter. We raised her. I gave birth to her. She's flesh and blood, not a synthetic.
Are you sure she's human, Mrs. Nakano?
Yes. I know my daughter, and she hasn't changed. She's not some replacement.
This is what I was afraid of. Someone twisting my daughter's mind. Did you find where Kasumi went, Detective?
I think Kasumi took off somewhere up north. Do you know what's up there?
Where specifically? I've been up the coast, almost to where the waters start to freeze, but that's a lot of miles.
I think I know where Kasumi went. A place called Far Harbor?
She went that far up north? God, that explains why she took the boat. You have to go after her. Please, take my other ship on the dock outside. My father's design. It has a guidance system, and it is built for distance.
What can I expect out there, Kenji?
I only made the trip to Far Harbor once, when I was a boy. All I remember is that my father did not want to stay long. Something about the air being bad.
I'll get to the bottom of this, Kenji.
Thank you. And here, the payment we discussed. I'll have something more when Kasumi is safely back home.
Interesting. This body you've selected for me isn't quite what I had envisioned, but it will have to suffice.
What kind of a body were you expecting?
Considering I look like a junk bot that's been hastily welded together by an amateur, I'd say almost anything else would have been better. However, I suppose I shouldn't be surprised, given your limited skill set derived from your equally diminished intelligence.
I'm sorry you feel that way. It's the best I could do.
Yes. Well, it's certainly better than being stuck to a machine surrounded by rust devils, poking and prodding me for their amusement. Look, it's obvious we don't care for each other's company, which suits me just fine. So, why don't you ask me everything you wanted to know, and then I'll be on my way.
Tell me everything you know about the Mechanist.
Now there's a fascinating subject. The Mechanist, amazingly adept at programming, a veritable genius with electronics. I'm not surprised you're interested. I've been dutifully carrying out the Mechanist's instructions to help the people of the Commonwealth for quite a long time.
Helping the people of the Commonwealth? You?
Absolutely. It's my primary directive. The Mechanist instructed me to seek out and help the people of the Commonwealth. By my calculations, the easiest way to help a human is simply to destroy it. There's no point in prolonging a laughably fragile life. It's the most efficient way to assist them. Any other effort to help tends to result in numerous complex side effects.
The Mechanist gave you these instructions to kill people?
Well, not exactly. The specific instruction was to help people. I merely interpreted the most efficient way to perform my duties. Assisting a human to the best of my abilities only affords a 25% survival rate. That means there's a 75% chance that despite my efforts, the human I'm assisting will die from something beyond my control. Therefore, it's better to hasten the human's death and put them out of their likely chance of misery than to deplete my limited time. It's actually quite elementary. But given your minimal intellect, I suppose I shouldn't be surprised you don't understand.
Can we stop with the petty bickering and just get to the part where you tell me how to access the Mechanist facility?
I promised to answer your questions, and unlike humans, I don't have the capacity to lie. It's rather simple, really. In order to gain entry to the Mechanist facility, you're going to need to outfit one of your robots with an MSAT modification. I'll upload the plans to your Pip-Boy device. There. I've fulfilled my portion of our agreement. Perhaps I'll remain here for a while and see how things resolve between yourself and the Mechanist. Purely for my own amusement, of course. I suspect you'll have quite a tale to tell once you return. But then again, I'd be surprised if you ever return at all.
If anything's waiting for us around here, I certainly can't hear it.
Hey.
Yes, I trust you've completed your business with Jezebel. I hope she wasn't too difficult.
Is there a chance these robots could be misinterpreting orders?
Yes, I've considered the possibility. The contradictory nature of the Mechanist's broadcasts are troubling. But the truth is, regardless of intent, the Mechanist needs to be stopped. These robots are too much a threat. Were you able to discover how to gain access to the Mechanist?
Think we can trust what Jezebel said? I'm hoping she doesn't have her own interpretation of the word access, too.
We'll soon find out. What did she have to say?
I need to outfit a robot with something called an MSAT. Jezebel gave me the plans.
A custom modification that acts as a key to the Mechanist facility. Very smart. In fact, chances are high the MSAT may be required for multiple access points, like a robot identification card. As for my task, I was able to decrypt the signal with the final radar beacon. The source is coming from a Robco sales and service center, most likely a front for a larger operation. It's time to take the offensive. Have you formulated a plan?
Did you have any ideas?
I am at an impasse. I wish to see the Mechanist endure the same fate as my friends, but I know this to be due to my personality subroutine. When I compartmentalize, I want to know reason and motive before passing judgment. This is why I leave the decision to you. Now, if you're ready, I believe you have an MSAT to install. It's always fascinating watching you create.
Hey.
How may I be of service?
People of the Commonwealth. For years now, you have suspected that the Institute still exists, that we are among you. It's true, but it's not the whole truth. We are here, and we are here to help. Our superior technology represents the future of the Commonwealth. Today, we activate our nuclear reactor, ensuring that we will persevere long after the world above ground ceases to exist. Ensuring that mankind has a future. We have no desire to interfere in the unimportant details of your personal freedoms. We simply insist that you do not interfere with Institute operations. To do so would result in unnecessary difficulties for all parties. Rest easy. Know that the future is
Use this.
bright. And that mankind will thrive under our guidance.
Over here. Open this. Open this. Won't open.
Incoming robot detected. Opening security doors.
Nice.
Hope you enjoyed that last number. You're tuned to the Commonwealth's only respite from the tedium and desperation of post-apocalyptic life. Diamond City Radio. Betty Hutton.
Intruder alert in decontamination chamber 3. Critical failure in security systems. Security offline. Make sure you don't leave anything useful behind.
Has used my own technology again.
Opening fire. Time for you to perish.
Over here.
Scan this. Scan this.
The Commonwealth is right to fear people like you. People who have no respect for human life. Why the mechanism?
If we keep standing in this radiation, you're going to get sick.
That was Uranium Fever by Elton Britt. Good news is something often in short supply in the Commonwealth. So I'm happy to be able to deliver a little bit to you. If you were one of the folks worrying in hushed tones about the whereabouts of Diamond City's most effective detective, you can rest easy. Nick Valentine is back in town seemingly. While the tale's about I'm the one who's ready back. And if there's any more Johnny versus
That's it.
But I will not falter. My robots will see to it that no further harm will come to the Commonwealth. I believe that good will always overcome evil. Justice will prevail today.
Here. Use this. I'm in.
Couldn't have done it better myself.
Sweet. Yes. Nice.
You just heard 3 Sons here on Diamond City Radio. Folks, I'd like to take a moment for something a little more personal than usual. As I'm sure you know all too well, I have to met the best. Thanks to the efforts of a few of my friends, I've decided to change how I look at things, how I live my life. I'd like to just take this opportunity to thank the Vault Dweller for lending me a hand. I really do appreciate it. All right, folks. That's
nice.
Let's get it on back to the music, shall we? Up next, Frankie Carl and Marjorie Hughes share their hope for one more tomorrow.
I'm through. Over here.
Shroud. I cannot believe someone so respected, so honorable, would come here and destroy my robots. Your reign of terror ends here, Shroud.
The Shroud, as always, walks the path of justice. It is you who have fallen, Mechanist.
Lies, Shroud. Lies. The Commonwealth has suffered more than its fair share of injustices because of you. Now you'll face the full might of the Mechanist. My righteous robots will end your tyranny once and for all. Sparks, back up. They're so expendable. You know, initiate self-destruct. Code 001. Of course, I don't mean you, Sparks. Impressive. But I think you failed to grasp the full reality of your situation. Look around you. This entire facility is at my command. For every robot you destroy, 10 more will come. Struggle all you want. There is nothing you can do to stop me. Nothing.
Warning. Power generation capacity exceeded. Now drawing reserve power.
Sparks! I'll deal with you myself. Come, my robots. Destroy her. Activate the Tesla coils.
Reserve power at 82%.
Break the electromagnets, and there. Bring that in!
Reserve power at 58%.
Sparks, bring her in. Initiate power transfer, now! Reroute the fuel tanks.
Over here.
Airdrop on my mark.
Let's take
Watch your step.
Take them down.
Warning. Critical power.
Throw everything at her. Everything.
No more hiding for you.
Bombs away. Power to the coins.
Warning. Warning. Power failure in 10, 9,
Come on.
8,
Found them, man.
7,
There are
6,
something little further.
5, 4, 3,
I'll cover you, man.
1.
Word is, there's no trace of her in Good Neighbor. It's unclear at this time whether she actually pulled off the job or, if some have suggested, she crossed the wrong people and won't be seen anywhere.
Sparks, get the power back on.
If you get my meaning. Crawl out through the fallout is next.
Emergency power then.
Travis, Lonely Miles.
This isn't over, Scourge. I will not rest until I see the Commonwealth free of you.
I'm not a villain. I just want you to hear me out, face to face.
Very well. I will hear you out. But only for the sake of the Commonwealth. Sparks, with me.
Being non-organic, these rats won't affect me. You?
The Silver Shroud is no common criminal. Let us discuss this. Amicably.
Who are you? Don't you think it's time you ditched that mask?
You're right. I'm no match for the Silver Shroud.
I'm Isabel Cruz. The Mechanist was just an easy way for me to help the Commonwealth. But all my technical knowledge and all of these resources, and I still failed. How does the Commonwealth have any hope against people like you?
Hey, I'm not the enemy. I'm the one trying to protect the Commonwealth against your robots.
They have taken innocent lives. My friends, they were simple traitors, all dead at the hands of your robots.
That can't be right. Explain yourself.
How can you not know what they're doing? You must have some way of watching them.
My bots have never violated their protocol. Their data dumps only show the elimination of hostile encounters.
They're misinterpreting orders. Your own robo-brain said as much. They're saving people by killing them.
Saving by killing? No. It's the logic. It's there. I can see it now. I was hoping it was the robo-brains, an issue with their memory wipes. But you're right. Their primary directive was flawed.
The robo-brains require memory wipes?
Yes. The human brain has a way of rewiring itself. If not properly maintained, it can corrupt.
Is that even ethical? Not only are you using human brains, but you're wiping them too?
Why waste a resource that someone died for? Yes, it's a skewed outlook, but it gives that life meaning. Potentially. Over 200 years in preservation may have made them more susceptible to corruption.
That sounds like a serious flaw. And a dangerous one at that.
It is, but the process is thorough. They're wiped after each mission. I found it's best not to let them recall what they've been through.
Now you know the truth. Your robots are dangerous. They had to be stopped.
The hero unknowingly became the villain. I wanted to help the Commonwealth, and robots are all I know. I found this place and figured I could finally do my part. I accept full responsibility. I can't take back what I've done, or even atone for it. But this doesn't have to end in violence.
Tell me, why the mask? What's with the Mechanist?
I'm not good with people. The Mechanist gave me a way to put myself out there without really being out there at all. But you're kind of keeping me in suspense here. I can turn this around. I just need a chance.
Though your action initially appeared felonious, your intent was not. Seek redemption, Mechanist. You have much to atone for.
Done. Consider it done. And you won't regret this. I promise. None of the Commonwealth will. Here, take this. It's the password to the mainframe. You can use it to shut down the security protocols. I'd rather this place be in your hands now.
Hi.
Hey, just one more thing, if you have a minute.
What's up?
Just a quick thing. I just wanted to say I'm really happy, thankful that you've let me stick around here. And in order to show you that I'm done with the past, I want you to have this as a sort of promise, I guess. It's the Mechanist suit I made.
You really don't want it anymore?
No. It's part of a past I don't want to dwell on. It's time I move on. There's one more thing. A much bigger thing. There are still robots out there. Lots of them. My communications are down, and I can't call them back. But I can tell you where they are, if you're interested.
Seriously? How many robots are out there?
Quite a few. There's a lot of ground to cover on the Commonwealth, so there's kind of a whole bunch out there.
Sure.
Great. Give me a minute. Holy smokes, I'm tracking multiple bots. Be careful, okay? Holy smokes. Who says that?
Your return is a relief. Are we done?
Hey.
Your return is a relief. I trust the outcome was what you wanted.
Would you be disappointed to hear that I let her live?
I do have conflicting outlooks if that is the case. But I trust your judgment. If she lives, she does so with the guilt of what she's done.
I got her to see the truth. She's standing down.
So the Mechanist really was misguided. Did she reveal her motives and reasoning?
Does it matter? It's over.
The end result is favorable. But I ask only so it may give me a better understanding of what happened and why my friends died for it.
She was fooled by her own logic. She really thought she was saving people.
A biological wild card. The unknowns are vast. She had to know the risk she was taking by creating them. Many good people endured suffering and death because of the Mechanist. It's a shame a mind as brilliant as hers allowed such atrocities to be committed.
Think it was a mistake to let her live?
It would be disrespectful of my friend's memory if I were to say yes. Though my personality programming harbors feelings of revenge, my friends taught me mercy. And mercy can have very powerful effects.
She's good at heart. She made a mistake. A big one. And she'll live with that guilt.
I believe I have a certain understanding when it comes to guilt. While it's not the justice I had hoped for, it will suffice. Still, I now know that the death of my friends has brought about a safer Commonwealth. Had the Mechanist's robots remained unchecked, I'm certain that damage would have been extensive, halting, if not reversing, any progress that has been made here. With this knowledge, I am finally registering feelings of satisfaction and accomplishment. And I have you to thank for it.
Non-stop music and all the latest news. This is Dynasty. Here's Betty Hutton singing about the man she just can't stay away from. He's a demon, he's a devil, he's a doll.